Welcome to all of those who have decided to take time out of their day so that they can lie before me on this very special occasion. Yes, today is a very special day, as today is the day that I present to you the first episode of our series delving deep into the characterization of everyone's favorite chili dog eating, badnik beating, cool, true, and perfect blue dude with an attitude we know as Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh yeah, it's also the 60th anniversary of Sega as a company, so that's really cool too, I guess. Now, as a brief overview, this video will be split up into two sections. Atmosphere, which will cover both the sound and visuals of each game and how they make you feel, and characters, which I plan to be split up into 4 sections within all of these videos, including protagonists, side/new characters, which will discuss all of the new characters part of the main cast for each future game, badniks, and villains/antagonists. Well, with my introduction to this series being out of the way, why don't we get into the part you've all been waiting for? Pew. Getting into the game, we are greeted with the delightfully iconic chant of Sega, leading us into the title screen showing us who Sonic is and where we're going to be starting this new adventure. Now, Sonic 1 in presentation is both realistic and surrealist. It's comparable to the quote from 06 where Mephiles the Dark states,
"The answer is yes and no."
This contrast is shown to us as early as Green Hill Zone in its visual design alone. While checkerboard dirt and geometrical trees is not what most would label as realistic, compared to many of the other games released around the same time, however, its environments definitely portrayed a more realistic approach to things, but with the added stylization of the series. Something we'll no doubt see expanded upon in a game we have yet to talk about, but we'll be getting to that video soon, you eager reavers. The stylization I speak of is seen in a multitude of places throughout the game. Sometimes it could be as simple as the use of color, or as grand as the almost psychedelic and overall very surreal visuals of the special stages, though most of the main game is still grounded in gray realism. This more realistic visual design is due in large part to the brand new 16-bit graphics afforded to the game by the Sega Genesis. Not even Nintendo could do that for at least a couple of more months. But while these visuals afforded by the Genesis were phenomenal at the time, and allow for a great artistic approach, how about we speak on the soundtrack? As all great video game music should, each track gives off a feeling that is independent to its own and companies. Examples include how both Green Hill's visuals and music feel open and free, while Zone like Scrap Brain's music reflects a very overbearing track, one that also absolutely embodies the industrial tone of the Zone itself. And that previous description of the special stages, of them feeling very surreal and psychedelic to me, this description matches the accompanying piece written for it incredibly in my opinion. You know, just like how the grounding theme gives off the great feeling of incredible anxiety. Oh. Moving on, let's get to talking on the main man himself. You know, that chili dog eating, badnik beating. I'm done. First off, I might as well bring up one of the biggest elements to give him this rap personality. Wait for it. Wait for it. No, not the first game to ever have an idle animation. Compared to the other gaming mascots at the time, this differed greatly. Though that's the only looped animation he has for an idol. The only taste of anything else we get in this game is the continue screen having a unique animation, but that's about it. Though that face does give off the feeling of a cocky little mongrel, doesn't it? Moving on to the only side characters in the game, Sonic's animal friends, the likes of which have little characterization outside of their design and appearances, especially in other media, which we will not be discussing today, only exist as a plot device so you can kick some egg. Speaking of that, now on to the nefarious Dr. Robotnik, the most cunning scientific genius in the world! In the manual, it reads, Dr. Ivor Robotnik, the mad scientist, is snatching innocent animals and turning them into evil robots! And then it goes on to talk about how Sonic is the only dude who can go ahead and kick his egg-shaped ass. We see the Egghead messing with our little blue hero in every zone, also showing off his talent in engineering in the process. This familiarity to player games with the Mad Doctor leads to great satisfaction when given the opportunity to kick his aforementioned egg. Here are pretty much all the badniks in the game right here in the manual. They're not really menacing as much as they are cartoony, and I don't think you can say much else than that. Ah well, this video was sure fun to make, but I think it's about time that I head out.